Hello Floss, my name is Tamara and welcome to my channel Tamara Cross Stitch. Today I'm going to film this video, so I wasn't planning to do it today because I have just arrived from doing my manicure, and I was planning to film it tomorrow, but when I arrived I found an envelope which contained a pretty surprise, a nice surprise, and I said, okay, let me film it now because I am in the greatest, deepest mood to film this video. So I wanted to show you what I have been okay, first of all I said, okay, let me see if I have material. Let's see what is being gathered so far, so to see if I can film a video to show you my recent purchases for my dearest beloved hobby. Okay, but I won't start with this chart, but I'm going to start with another figurine, cross stitchers figurine, which was my latest greatest wish. Probably when I was showing to you the next stitching figurine, I was telling you that there is one which I want very, very much, and if I am going to have that one, I will consider that the greatest, how do I say, points or wishes I have achieved. And yes, this one was the latest one which I wanted so much, like the most important which I wanted so much. This is Royal Doulton. This is Mary Tudor, Henry VIII and Catherine Aragon's daughter. And this one is a limited edition of 5,000. Mine is the 702nd, which was produced. 5,000, it's not a lot, but it's not little. I think the less I have, it's 750. Also, it's a Royal Doulton, Fine Arts. Yes, but I don't know why this one. Okay, let me be clear. So this kind of figurines, at least two, were on eBay on permanent basis, but I didn't want to buy them because they were ridiculously expensive. And when I say ridiculously expensive, in dollars it was 950, and in pounds, if you would transform, it was 750, I think. That's a lot for me, I would admit. That's why I was kind of waiting when this one is going to pop up for a decent price. And yes, my waiting was crowned, let's say so. And I saw this one on eBay. I don't think it was bidding. I think it was you could buy it. It was even make an offer, and I made an offer, if I'm not wrong. At least I'm super happy. I paid 150 pounds, I can tell you, so it's not a secret. And this was the, how do I say, it was not the most money I was ready to pay 200 for this one. I would be honest, like I said, that if I'm going to find it 200 and less, okay, I'm going to buy it. If not, no. And yes, I managed to buy it. I'm so happy. It's in perfect condition, you see. So Mary is stitching, and the interesting thing is that she's not stitching on a hoop. She's stitching already on stitching stand, floor stand, on a floor stand, you see. She's stitching, I don't know what these are. Don't think these are pineapples. Vegetation. Okay, so the typical dress for that time. By the way, since I visited Sudley Castle, where Catherine Parr, latest sixth wife of Henry VIII, spent her years, and she's buried even there. And I became kind of more interested by Tudor dynasty, that you see how they lived, and about the six wives of Henry. I have been watching documentaries, it's interesting, very interesting. So, as I said, Mary Tudor is his daughter with his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. And then I just realized that actually Anne of Cleves, which I have here, it was his fourth. Yes, I think it was his fourth wife, like the rejected wife, as they used to say. And she was like the first one which got out alive, because so he wanted to marry her because he wanted to politically make good relationships with an European country, and he didn't like her. She, of course, wasn't in love with him. She was like marrying him out of duty, let's say so. And they were, she was lucky enough, and I would say he was wise enough not to like kill her. And she left. So they parted very quickly, and she left. She didn't want to go back to Germany, and she said that she would stay here in Britain. And as far as I heard, they said that she was offered Hever Castle, which was actually the castle of Boleyn's, because Anne Boleyn grew there, so she spent her childhood there. So yes, now I'll know better my figurines, the ones I have. Okay, so the envelope which was waiting for me, it had this nice surprise. It had the spring release, Just Nan's release. This is Hetty's Rose Garden Biscornu and Hedgehog. Just Nan lovers know that she announced this year a release of designs of, I understood that all of them are going to be mice on Biscornu. And in the end of February, it was released the first. I brought it here. So this was the mouse, Frosty Mouse on the Biscornu. And I stitched as soon as this one came. Stitched and finished, as you can see. And I decided that I'm going to stitch and finish this one as well. So that's why today I'm not going to show you a lot about this this design. You're going to see it in a separate video where I'm going to show everything. So it's the same. And the thing I wanted to tell you that yes, I thought that all of them are going to be mice, but actually here it's not a mouse, it's a hedgehog. It's Hetty, the hedgehog, and she's going to be in a rose garden because there are a lot of roses here. And the linen is pink, so the embellishment pack is actually here because I took it out. I wanted to look closer to it. And it's 32nd count Wixda Works blush linen. I'm not going to stitch on it, but I'm going to stitch on a pink one, you'll see. And just DMC threads, and that's it. And as they used to say here, they said that you would need polyfill stuffing and you need straight pins. Straight pins are going to be needed for the pin you're going to make here, and for her, I don't know how they're called. It doesn't come to my mind now, but you understood. Yeah, so you're going to see this one more detailed in a video. Okay, and besides this, I have more Just Nan, not a lot, because probably you noticed that in the last video about the shopping I made, I didn't show you any Just Nan because I didn't have them. So meanwhile, I kind of managed to buy something. So I have 4 more, but they are not like new released designs. They are older designs which I could find for a very good price. By the way, here it wasn't released just Biscornu and the hedgehog. It was also released Fancy Butterfly, something like this. I haven't purchased that one yet because I thought that I still have time to buy it. Because this one is more limited. This one, when it's gone, it's gone. It goes very quickly. Because to buy this one, already it's impossible. You wouldn't find it. Or if some of the shops still have it in stock, they didn't sell it. But it's hard to find this one. Okay, what else I have? I have favorite fashion, such a slide. And the chart, what is inside here, it's the chart for this one. I am not very, how to say, I don't run to buy these slides with the chart. When I started collecting none, they were still in stock. So you could find them, but I was buying something else. And then when I realized that I still would want some of them, they were not to be found. Why I was not so keen on them in the very beginning, because everything here is being stitched with petite, and I'm not a fan of stitching petite, but I like the slide very much. And then I said, okay, if I'm going to find this slide for a decent price, I'm going to buy the slide, just the slide. I'm not sure if the slide is being sold separately. No, I think they are sold together. And this one I found for a good price. Here you need such a pin, which actually is sold separately. So this one doesn't come here. What comes inside, I think I opened it, I'm not sure, is this wool felt. Yeah. So I'm not sure when I'm going to stitch it, but I'm happy that I was able to find it for a decent, good price. Okay, the next one is such a design, Joy. It's an old design, 2006, almost 25 years, 24 years it has now. I like the design, and I said, again, I wasn't so much in love with this design to pay a lot of money, and that's why I said, okay, when I'm going to find this one for a decent price, I'm going to buy it. This one is probably, when being stitched, is going to be finished in a pin cushion, so I don't see it in a frame. And it has a pretty nice embellishment back, because it has this hand-dyed silk. It has two kind of beads. I don't know if you can see it, but it's two different colors of gold. It's not, it's one kind of gold. It has a star here as well. Oh my god, this one is nice. And it has also very small, they are not sequins, they are crystals, but they are crystals like crystal sequins, to call them. And they are small, they are going to be here, if I'm not wrong. This one is nice. Oh, this one, the star, is going to be on top of the Christmas tree. Now I can see. This one is nice. Ginger Joy is called. So for this one, the material released, you can stitch it either in DMC or in anchor, and you need one Krainik 221 for metallic braid, and Swigart flax. Yes, usually these ones are stitched on flax, so that the deep red would look nice. Okay, then this design, Love Letters, Volume 1. I wanted this one. By the way, I wanted to stitch this one from scratch if I wouldn't have found the, I mean like the official chart, because the unofficial chart I was being given, so somebody shared. And I was even thinking to stitch it like last February, but then I found myself another design to stitch. So this one is going to be stitched surely on a February. And the embellishment pack is simple here, by the way. So beads can be chosen from Mill Hill, and it has two heart beads, golden ones, a bigger one and a smaller one, which can be like simply not used. You see, it looks nice without them. The interesting thing is that this design is being stitched in, first I thought the same color of threads, but apparently no. So you are going to use 902. I mean like the cotton simple strands. So this one is used for cross stitch in 2 strands, cross stitch in 1 strand, mosaic stitch in 2 strands, and then the same color 902 is going to be used in pearl cotton number 8, and again is used in cross stitch in 1 strand, and Smyrna stitches again in 1 strand. And there are like 2 more symbols which are stitched with DMC floss 3726. This one would be nice to stitch in soie d'Alger, but the interesting thing is that for DMC you need just 2 types of DMC, but if you stitch in Overa soie you need soie d'Alger, 1 color, then soie perlée 1 color, and then soie 100 by 3 1 color. So you need 3 different colors. Okay, I'll think about it. But anyway, I think this one I'm going to finish in a pink cushion. I don't know, how big is it? 28 count, 4 by 8. medium, not very small. Okay, I don't know. I'll see when time comes to stitch this one. I'll see how I'm going to organize myself. And the last one is Diamond Bouquet, such an old design. Again, this one was like being fished for good price, and I like the embellishment back here. Again, it's a piece of hand-dyed silk, three kinds of petite beads, and there are crystals. They are small. They are how many? 5, as far as I can see, 5. And they are small. They are AB, and they are small. I think they are 2 or 3 centimeters. Because I used so small, for one of Nora Corbett's designs, I used such small Swarovski crystals, yes. So this side is with chart, how this one is being done. With chart, with specialty stitch diagrams, specialty stitches. You know, these designs usually are very deceiving, I would say. So they look simple, but when you stitch them, they prove to be a very, very beautiful sampler. I don't remember seeing this one stitched, at least not recently. I would have remembered. So I bought it because I got it for a good price, not because in my case, there is possible also when I see it being stitched by somebody, I can buy it because I like how it looks already stitched, the design. Yes, and these are the nails I have purchased. As you can see, not a lot, but happy. I am happy with what I have got. The next I wanted to show you, it's going to be shortly, because it's going to be a little bit of mill heel. When I showed more mill heel in the last video, I said that this kit was already traveling, so it was coming to me. This is Bunny Garden, and this is also from the latest spring collection. I bought the Peony and I bought the Fairy House, and I was thinking about this one. I liked it from the very beginning, but I was thinking if I need it or I don't need it, and how would I finish it? Yes. Because this one, the Bunny Garden, there is a bunny and there is a vegetable garden full of little details. A lot of stitchers loved it. I also loved it, but I thought if I really need it. And when I told myself that I really need it and I ordered it. Look at the button, the carrot button here. Very beautiful, very well done, very nicely done. You know, I have a feeling, at least this is my personal feeling, that all the new designs they made with the new buttons, the just another button buttons look more natural, nicer. But the designs which were old and they try to put the new buttons in the old designs, there are some which are okay with the new buttons, but there are some which don't look okay. Kind of like, it's better if you stitch it, just don't use that button, because many times the button, it's just a beautiful add up. It's not a necessity. So yes, I have the feeling that there are some old designs which can be used even without the button and they would look beautiful. So yes, and when I was buying this one, I saw that in my wish list, this one was in stock. This one is from Autumn Harvest, is the jeweled apple. The jeweled fruit series are pretty popular. I have the jeweled pumpkin in my stash already, so I wanted to buy the apple and the pear. So apple was in stock and I purchased it, and the pear wasn't in stock yet, so I'm waiting for the pear as well. Beautiful here. Like, what do they have? They have a heart, they have 3 conusses, beautiful threads, and even the perforated paper is red. Nice one. By the way, from this list I have the acorn, and I would probably wouldn't buy, maybe the chicken of the egg, maybe I would buy, but the rest of them I don't like. So yes, 2 mill heels came to my stash as well. Then there is one Jeanlin kit, just one. So this is such a kit, summer one. Does it have a vintage postcard pair, it's called. And for those who didn't know, their designs, they are a design by Sandy Wharton. Yes, I am a fan of Sandy Wharton. I knew about the existence of this kit. I knew about this design. I saw it being stitched a few years ago on Instagram and I fell in love. I liked it very much. The lady stitched them on linen because the kit comes with Aida. You see, this one was whole, but because it's so how they say, they're trying to close it like so, you know, like when you're trying to do like this, or I think it came like this to me. Everything is here, and I'm not sure if in the photo was like this or when it was transported, this one like went out. I need to look for a bag and put it in a bag and keep it in a bag, I think, at least. So as I said, I saw it being stitched. I liked it very much, and I said that when I'm going to see it, I'm going to buy it as well, the kit, I mean. I didn't see it very often. A couple of times I let it go because I thought it's still too expensive. And when the next time I saw it on eBay and the price was okay, I purchased it. And now it's mine. Nice one. I really like it. It reminds me very much with the Véronique Ginger, the French cross-stitchers with her sea designs. But nevertheless, this one is by Sandy Wharton. Very beautiful. Nice one. Next, what I wanted to show you are dimensions kits. Yes, I have been buying quite a lot of them, and I don't feel sorry because they are beautiful and because I have started stitching them. So I have bought four kits from the gold collection, and everything started with this kit. So I had a few years ago I had this kit in my stash, but when I was like considering what I'm going to stitch, what I'm not going to stitch, I kind of thought that I'm not going to stitch this design, and I gave up. I mean, gave up stitching, and I sold it. Then, since I have started stitching dimensions again, I kind of started feeling sorry that I sold this one, and I said, okay, probably I should start looking, and if I see this one for a good price, I should buy it again. And this time came, yes, like picnic on the lawn, I bought it again because out of all my kits which I sold so far, at least, I don't feel the the urge to stitch, and I don't feel that I want to stitch the others. This was the only one which I wanted very much to stitch. This one comes with this kind of organizer. It's not an old, kit. This is the kind of organizer it has. Beautiful one, and I'm happy that I purchased it and I have it in my stash. And after this one, I purchased three more, which I kind of wasn't buying so far because I was thinking that they are being stitched so often on floss tube, at least on Russian floss tube, that I kind of feel that I wouldn't be, how do I say, curious to stitch them when I'll stitch them as well. But I told myself that in a few years they are going to be like even more rare if they are not going to make them, and they are going to cost a lot of money. And what if in 10 years, when nobody's going to stitch, I will have the great wish of stitching them. That's why I purchased three more kits, which I still like, but they are very popular. That's why I wasn't buying them. Okay, I know it sounds stupid, but yeah, this is the reason. Okay, afternoon tea. Very beautiful design, you would say. Like absolutely nice with this little girls and the tea they are serving. Nice. I cannot find my scissors. What I like here a lot, by the way, is the how it's called, cover of their table. Also, it's very beautiful. All the details here are beautiful, all of them. As far as I understood, it's not an easy design to stitch because of the details, lots of details, but it's nice. And these are the threads I have here. Okay, the next one It's Mother's Joy, beautiful one. It reminds me a little bit of my little one, because he also had blonde hair, also curly, but his eyes were blue. Now they are green. Yes, he was born with blue eyes, but when he turned around 1 year of age, his hair, his eyes, they turned green, but beautiful, very beautiful. And mom as well. I like as well her dress, mom's dress, the Victorian style dress. One of my stitching friends, she told me, why you're not buying this kit? This is very beautiful. You have the boy which kind of resemblance this beautiful scene. And I said, oh, I don't know. And then, you know, when I looked at it more carefully, I said, oh yes, I want to buy this kit. That's why when the opportunity came, I purchased it. So this is how it comes. It's 18th count Aida as far as I can see. And the threads. And the fourth one, it's the Postman. This one also, it's kind of popular design. And this kind of cottages I can see very often. That's why for me it was a must to buy this one. Kind of a must, I would say. Beautiful one. And here is the threads. So these four are going to be gold collection, and that's not everything. I have more, even more. I have such a kit, which is not typical for me. I mean, like buying such a thing, it's not typical for me, but this one was for a very, very cheap price on eBay. So actually it comes like this. It was sold like the chart and the threads, exactly what I need. First of all, I like the design. I like the design. I would stitch it like here for sure. It was on the 14th count. And Craig, it's the designer. Yes, 14th count Aida. I would stitch it even on a 36 count in one thread, because it's going to look much nicer when you're going to make it smaller. So I like the sampler, which is here. I mean, like, I didn't even need the Aida, which was not in the kit, because I wouldn't do it. And most of all, because why I bought this design is for the threads. Yes, I would like to have the threads, because I'm intending to stitch a design, dimensions design. I'm intending to stitch with leftovers. And this was a good opportunity to buy threads which I don't have. Yes. Okay, and then a jiffy, such a small type of designs by dimensions. Life is Good, this one, and I couldn't go buy this one. Why? Because it's grapes, and I am from Moldova, which is famous for its wines and grapes. Even they say, if you ever looked at the on the map, you would see that the shape of our country is in the form of a grape. And this is how we were taught in school, that our country is the Republic of Moldova, a country which has the form of a grape, and not, how do I say, not accidentally, because grapes are widely grown into our country, something like this. Okay, I understand that here is, I don't know, Italy, France, something else, not Moldova, but it resembles me very much of my home country. That's why I just couldn't go buy. I saw it like being sold. I think it wasn't on beads. It was like you just buy it and you go. And I would stitch it on linen, of course. Beautiful purple colors. I would stitch it on linen for sure, not on Aida. Nice. And that's not everything. I have two more. Yes, two more. I have such a design. This one was purchased on a marketplace. It's an old sunset design. The strange thing is that me personally, I like more such winter designs, comparing to the gold collection, you know, like where it's like people on the sledges coming to the house, things like this. I don't know why. Those are more spectacular. I wouldn't say, okay, more beautiful, it depends on your taste, but I prefer these ones. I don't know why. For me, these ones are more real, more kind of like cozy. So this one was for £5, if I'm not wrong, and I thought that this one is a very good price, plus the delivery. And I looked on eBay to see. So this one is not a rare one which would cost a lot of money, but still it's not a cheap one. It's not £5. So I said, okay, it's going to be a good bargain, a good deal, and I purchased it. Nice one. Very nice one. 14th count, yes, 14th count, and the threads. Okay, and the last one is a newly released design. Okay, not an old one. This is Egret in Flight. This one, if I would have seen just the kit, I wouldn't have bought it. But when it was released, after it was released, I saw it like on Instagram. I saw it in a couple of videos, this one being stitched. And this one is very beautiful when it's stitched. And really, I'm not like lying, it's very beautiful when it's stitched. And I told myself that, okay, I'm going to buy this design as well. I'm going to buy this kit. I had it in my wish list on 1 2 3 Stitch, and there was a week when they had a good discount on it, and when I saw the discount I said, okay, it's time for me to buy it. So this is my how do I say, this is my moment when I should buy this one. That's why it was purchased. I don't have the willingness to stitch it like now, at least not in the near plans, but who knows. Beautiful one, very beautiful. And that's it with dimensions. Yes, I would say quite a lot of dimensions this time. And the last purchase I wanted to show you, this is, okay, also it's a mill heel, but it's a mill heel which is from the Jim Shore part. And again, I managed to make a match kit, a chart, let's say so, and a figurine. That's why I wanted to show it to you. But before showing it to you, let me make introduction. So these designs with fairies, these were released in 2011. They are very old, by the way. I have the needlework fairy. I mean, like, why I'm showing it to you so that you could see the needlework fairy. This one I purchased the kit a while ago when it was in stock, everything was being sold, wasn't popular, by the way. I purchased it and I stitched it, because this one comes with such an Aida. I didn't stitch on this Aida, I stitched it on the even weave, which I had in stash, and this was a leftover from a kit, if I'm not wrong. I stitched it and I finished at that time in such a frame from Hobby Crafter, if I'm not wrong. It seemed okay for me at that time. Now I look and I think that I still have to find a more beautiful frame, because here, look how much space I have. Thanks God that I had a very big piece of fabric. So I'm thinking of reframing this one. Then, at that time, already the craziness of having Jim Shore figurines started. And I started buying like figurines for the designs which I had already stitched, for which I was stitching, things like this. So I bought the figurine of the needlework fairy as well. And I felt the happiest lady, the happiest cross-stitcher, yes. Okay, but taking into account that I am a person who likes very much the series, of course, I was thinking about buying the yarn fairy and buying the figurine as well. But the thing is that I'm not very keen into her, you know, and I was like thinking and saying, why should I buy it if I'm not very keen into her? And then I finally realized that no, I'm not going to buy nor the figurine nor the kit. I won't buy it. Besides this needlework fairies, I mean the purple pinkish ones, there are two more. There is the ornament fairy and there is like the cupcake fairy, which are Christmas ones. So out of these two, there was a time when I wanted to buy the four of them. Then I said no. And I said, okay, if I'm not buying the four of them, what's the point of buying like only two? But then in time I just realized that I'm going to buy the one from each like couple, which I like the best. And from the ornament fairy and the cupcake fairy was always my favorite. Until I made this decision and I said, which fairy is going to be in my stash. The thing is that these kits started disappearing because these buttons were not made anymore. As far as I know, they are now making them again, but here they are recommending you to stitch also this motif, and there are no buttons. And I said, okay, I don't have a kit, the kits are not sold anymore, I don't have the figurine, okay, let me give up to this thing, I'll have just the needlework fairy and that's it. And once upon a time, one day, on eBay, I see this kit being sold, and I said, okay, not for a lot of money, like for its normal price. You know that these ones used to be a little bit more expensive than unusual mill heel. And I said, okay, I purchased it. I don't remember if it was bidding. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I managed to buy this one, and I said, okay, now is the time to look for the fairy, for the figurine. And I managed to find the figurine pretty easy. But you know, the thing is that until I was deciding, I was looking at this one and saying, oh, I like this one, but I don't have the kit. I kind of twice saw the figurine on eBay and I haven't purchased it. But everything was okay, and I purchased the fairy as well. I mean the figurine, and in a second I'm going to open it and you're going to see what I have inside. And here it is, this one. Very beautiful. I absolutely love her. I'm so happy that I managed to buy like both of them and make a pair. And when I received, you see that this one comes even with a tag, and it's packed in its original like box. And I looked at her face and I'm kind of, oh my god, she has a chip on her face. But then I realized that on her cheeks there are dimples. Yes, she has dimples. It's super cute. So yes, my dream of having like these two fairies, finally it's here. And yes, this winter, before Christmas, around Christmas, probably I'm going to do my best to stitch this one, because yes, it's a luck that I found both of them. If you look here at the back stitch on her face, it doesn't look well at all. It was the same situation with this one, I mean like this lady. So here I did my best to make the back stitch nice, because it wasn't nice, the one which was originally here. So yes, these are the purchases I have made so far. I hope you liked it. I mean like the video, the purchases. I hope it was interesting for you, and see you in my next videos. Until then, bye bye.